thank you all for coming. I'd like to start off by asking a question. How many of you have worked for a casino or know someone who's worked for a casino before? I'd say there's a lot of us. Well, the casino industry just celebrated its 25th anniversary here on the coast this month. That means that some of the youngest generation of adults they've lived in a gambling town their entire lives. The casino industry brought many changes to the coast, and the industry itself continues to change constantly. As you can see in these photo illustrations, it's a geographical glimpse of those changes. But before the casino craze hit, our towns were made up of small beach or fishing towns. I was barely old enough to enter a casino myself when dockside gaming was legalized in 1990. And that vote, by the way, was not by a landslide. The debate over gaming has always continued. The casinos today are nothing like the first casinos. They were more like chintzy, floating matchboxes. They were smoky and filled with loud, coin-operated slot machines. But they did grow quickly in size and in numbers, and with that growth, the coast was forever changed, and the industry continues to change. One of the most important changes was jobs. The casinos brought opportunities for people like never before. And for a lot of us, those jobs became lifelong careers. I myself entered the business almost 25 years ago in regulatory compliance, which was relatively uncharted territory back then. I learned everything I could about the operations of a casino, much of it through trial and error. One reason is we didn't have any kind of college programs geared towards casino career paths back then, which is something else that has changed. And today, technologies are changing the industry, and they're creating a trend for more innovation, more innovative ways that the next generation can relate to. That generational gap is somewhere between a slot machine and a cell phone. And that's where what may be legal versus what may be popular can become very cloudy, or laws can be obsolete. In a 2015 article by Elaine Polditch, she states that casinos across the nation are suffering from a generation gap, especially at the slot machine, as young people seek more exotic electronic games like the ones they can play on smartphones from anywhere. Yet, long before the casinos were influenced by technology, it was used to stimulate economies. In a 2016 timeline released by ProQuest, it lists many of those occasions, one during the Great Depression, and another when all of the original 13 colonies held lotteries to raise money. Though gaming is not legalized, where gaming is not always legalized, it still occurs by illegal means. But when in step with strict laws and regulations, the industry can be a form of entertainment that provides future generations with development and prosperity. It is an economic force here that generates approximately $20 million per month based on Gaming Commission statistics. And a U.S. General Accounting Office report in 2000 stated that 48 out of 50 states had some form of legalized gambling by 1999, which is just 9 years prior to our casinos here on the coast being so well established. Unfortunately, just a few years after that, though, the casino and the coast would be hit very hard 3 times over. First by Katrina, then the recession, and then the oil spill. After Katrina, the coast got a first-hand prospect of having no casinos. And based on the City of Biloxi archived reports or records, there were over 10,000 people employed with the casinos at the time. And we were losing $500,000. The state was losing $500,000 daily in tax revenue. So as a result of that, land-based casino gaming was approved, though it came with very strict restrictions. And the casinos you see today as a result of that. Now, personally, I'm not a gambler, but I will say that my sole livelihood and most of my friends and families has been a result of the casino industry. But in no way would I assume that there's not a bad side. We all know that there is a negative side and that it can leave a negative and damaging impact on the economy as well as on the people. And that's, again, that's why gaming laws include educating and protecting the public. In an article written by author Kelly and Calvert in 2000, it states in part that given the rapid rise of legalized gambling in America today, there's a clear need to know more about its social and economic impacts. Whether gaming has reached a saturation point or not is still under great debate. The impacts, both positive and negative, of legalized gambling in America should be systematically studied. Well, I would say that I completely agree with that statement. And in closing, I also think that it's clear that the industry must adapt and must evolve just to survive. Casinos need to adapt to the new technology. They also need to find a balance between entertaining the gambler while also entertaining the non-gambler. And we all, and the industry, and the regulators, need to work aggressively to tackle the social risks. I'd say that based on what I've learned in the business, the next generation will be looking for a hybrid form of gaming that's going to combine socializing with gambling. And that's it.